This is the neighborhood of Vinegar Hill in Brooklyn, close to the East River. And it's a small little neighborhood with an unusual name. And it's always sort of made me wonder about it and want to come back and explore it a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing right now. And we're walking down Hudson Avenue, down towards the river. And this area used to be called at one time Irish Town because there was a large immigrant community from Ireland in the 1800s, and after that it was 70% Lithuanian, so different immigrant groups have come through here. Now it's not any one thing, and it's very quiet, and the streets are Belgian block. A lot of Americans call this cobblestone. And it used to be a bigger area, but it got cut off by the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, and then also the building of the Manhattan Bridge in the early 1900s. So there's actually one little section that is cut off from the rest of Vinegar Hill that I want to find at the end of this walk around. Look at this house with all the plant life growing up it. That's really unique. So one thing is it might be on the river, but there's a lot of industrial uses. This is a huge Con Ed plant, electrical plant. So that cuts off the neighborhood from the river. You can faintly smell the East River from here. I'm not saying it's a bad smell, it's just sort of a, a river, salty water type smell. So we'll walk down this street, which is, I think, as close as we're going to get to the East River. There's a park down by the Manhattan Bridge, but this part is still taken up by the Con Ed plant. So given the fact that the streets are cobblestone, or whatever you want to call it, traffic can't move too fast. You can see some of the construction going on over in downtown Brooklyn, which is right nearby. So to my knowledge, this is strictly a little residential enclave, but also with industrial uses. And I don't know if there are any restaurants or like a little coffee shop or anything. So if you came here, it'd be a unique experience, but not from a typical experience. There's the Empire State Building across the river. This is Gold Street, which is paved, so I will walk up it. We've been on Plymouth Street. Let's get away from this truck, or it's actually a man lift and a truck. bakery. Some of these buildings date from the early 1800s, so it's one of the oldest sections, if not the oldest section of Brooklyn. I read that Brooklyn got its name named by the Dutch, spelled differently, in 1746. So that's how long Brooklyn has been Brooklyn. So this is a modern apartment building here. This is wild. It looks like something from New Mexico. Another modern two buildings. That's downtown Brooklyn straight ahead. These are the Farragut houses housing project. Another modern building here with decks. So then we'll go up York Street. See what there else there's to see. It's not a very big area. I think I read it was 6 square blocks. So we should be able to cover this pretty quickly. Gets served by the B67 bus. This project is massive. I heard it's just reached the top. Large residential project. I think WeWork is one of the developers. Or LiveWork. I don't know if they're related to WeWork. So you look up and down some of the side streets, you see glimpses of old Brooklyn, old New York. Mixed in with the new. Bridge Street. Nice building, loft style. You can see one of the anchorages of the Manhattan Bridge down that street. So I think we're right on the border of Vinegar Hill and Dumbo, looking down one of the streets of Dumbo, which is covered by a lot of vloggers. It's very scenic, picturesque. Unlike Vinegar Hill, which gets the Con Ed plant, most of it. Manhattan Bridge. Let's just stay in Vinegar Hill's floor. Every square inch of it will go back. You're safe Dumbo for another day. We'll go down another block of Plymouth Street. We're part of a historic district that I think was designated in the 1990s. So we'll have to negotiate the rough spots here. This is a paved over Belgian block street. Not very scenic. That man lift is headed our way. We're gonna have to go over on the sidewalk to get around it. So let's go up this bumpy Belgian block street. Which will make some noise. Maybe I will take the sidewalk too here. It's too bumpy. This takes us over to the Navy Yard, the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Little street. I think right up here at the end of this short street, one block street, is the former quarters of the commandant of the Brooklyn Navy Yard. Nice modern house. And I won't go right up to the fence because it's a mesh fence, but that's where the commandant lived. And now we're on Evans Street, another one block long street. Back to Hudson. There's Water Street. We'll try Water Street. We haven't been on that one. We are covering all the streets here in Vinegar Hill. Slide through here. So if you've ever wondered about Vinegar Hill, we have covered all of it on this short little bike ride. We'll go one more block down this way. I'm not expecting much here. It's a lot waiting for development. There's a Water Street in Manhattan. Also, it's a major street in Lower Manhattan, near Wall Street. We saw this from the other street, Bridge Street. So I'll end the video right here, looking down at the Manhattan Bridge at the end of the street. Thanks for joining me. Special bonus block. One more block to cover. It's a converted firehouse made into loft style apartments. Pretty cool. I read about that. Another converted building. A nice row of federal style brick houses. Glad that they've been preserved. So I'm glad we added this last block. Back to that New Mexico looking place. So we've just been on Front Street and now we're at Gold. Alright. See you in the next video. A little part of Vinegar Hill that was sliced off by the BQE that cut across the neighborhood back there. So you see a little bit of part of Vinegar Hill that got cut off here. We're on Gold Street. Vinegar Hill used to come all the way up here to this very busy street, Tillery Street, which feeds both the Manhattan and the Brooklyn bridges. Quick little trip down this street here. So I don't know the name of it, but we'll see, find out. It's very much like Greenwich Village, a little slice of here in Brooklyn. Still haven't seen a street sign for this street here, but another one of those streets that's a interesting mixture of old and new. So we were on Duffield Street. Well, Duffield continues in downtown Brooklyn.